Hey everyone, welcome back to another video by the Nerd Forum. And in this video, we're going to be texturing this keypad model. So of course, I'm very much interested in the game asset type of texturing. So we'll be pretty much going through that whole process. If you're not texturing assets for game development, it doesn't matter. This is just quality texturing. Disclaimer, this is a 3D Coat Textura tutorial. I'm just using 3D Coat because that's the license I possess. Everything still works the same as Textura, just a few tabs will be in different places. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to open 3D Coat and now we're going to import our models. So I had initially textured these models as two texture sets. So I've got numpad 1, numpad 2, because initially when I textured them, one part of the model had a texture set resolution of 2K, the other had a 4K. But because of the video, I don't want it to be too much on my computer. I'm gonna keep both texture sets on 2K. So yes, if you guys need the video on me exporting the model into texture sets, you can drop a comment and I'll give you a link of some sort. Okay, normal map software preset Unreal Engine, UV map typing, keep UV, and a UV set name. I'm gonna call this one texture set 1. Texture set 1. Okay. With a texture width of 2K. So yeah. Okay, this first part is imported. Now let's import the next one. So we're gonna come back to file, import, model for per pixel painting, numpad 2. And I'm gonna also keep this one as 2K. And I'm gonna call this one texture set 2. I'm not gonna change any of these settings up here. And import. Okay, so now I've got everything in the scene. And yeah, it's pretty good. So right now what I want to do, I want to add a normal map at the back of the model. Numpad 4 is to show you your model's wireframe. So I'm going to make a layer. I'm going to call this layer normals. Since it's the only normals, I'm gonna delete this first one, numpad. Yeah, I don't really want any issues. It's not really doing anything. I'm gonna turn off the diffuse and the glossiness channel. And then I'm gonna come over here, zoom in a little bit. Okay, but I recall I had artifacts. I'm just gonna make this at a quite angle. Because the last time when I painted this, when I was in orthographic view, it caused me some funny artifacts. So I'm gonna use this brush and use a rectangular lasso. Let me see. The border width, I'm gonna keep at, okay, the edge radius, because I wanted to have some sort of curved edge radius. So let me just see. So it looks even enough. Okay, perfect. I think that's great. Those are pretty much the only normals I want to add so far. So I'm going to calculate the curvature right now. So I'm going to calculate curvature. I want to calculate the regular one because, hey, sometimes that RGB one, it destroys my computer, especially when I'm recording. So yeah, I'm going to calculate the local curvature type of curvature. Okay, so the local curvature is done calculating. Right now, we're going to do the ambient occlusion. So we're going to come back to edit, calculate occlusion. Yeah. Okay, so the ambient occlusion and the curvature has finished baking. So the first thing I want to do right now, I want to create a new layer. Okay, I want to name this layer base layer. Because here I'm going to apply all my first textures. Okay. So I made a color palette before because it's much simpler texturing models. You made a color palette so that you kind of give your model a theme. Then you branch out from there. So the first thing I want to color is I want this color. So yes, I did reset my my panels. I gave them a reset because I was having some trouble. Okay, so open small materials. So I'm gonna go on the plastic, and I want that bump map kind of look that plastic has. So I made it previously, but I'm gonna delete it so that I can show you guys the process again. So I press new, I say plastic, noisy. Okay, so I just found a bump map texture on the internet that was matching the type of look that I kind of wanted. So this one. So I want to show you guys a close up. So yes, just press yes whenever it shows you this because I don't know, I think it's using some type of different bump map thing. And I'm using the same bump map for the roughness. Okay, and then I'm gonna change this to module so it uses the color over here instead of the color right here. So I can change the color whenever I feel like doing it. So I'm gonna save this. Everything is fine. Okay. Save. And now I'm gonna come to my fill tool and just hide the material preview. Okay, let me see. So I selected that color. I need to play around with the roughness and the normal map, the bump map a bit. So let me just increase this. Let me see how it looks. Kind of looks like a world grunge. That's okay. Just make this out a bit. There's another depth that's quite low. Let me increase the depth a bit. So that's perfect. So I'm going to increase the size of that. So it's extremely small because I don't want to see. You don't really see the bump map on these type of things. You just see the whole that the reflection or is not very flat. Some sort of noise to it. Okay, so now I want to do the same thing on the keys, the button. Just decrease that a little bit more so I can sort of effect to it. You see, a bit of lightness. That's good enough. See how big I want this. I think that's good enough as well. Yeah, great. Now, so actually, no, this one stuff in here because some of them, I know there's a couple that are quite red. So that. Okay, I think these ones have great color right now. Then I want to paint other ones red. Color red. Paint it red. And this one has to be orange. So here, like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, make it probably a bit more yellow, a bit too orange. Yeah, perfect. Okay, but We'll paint these up here as well. These also have the same color, like dark red. Okay, see how this looks. Alright, what's happening? So yeah, perfect. Perfect. Do the rest of them. Okay, that so far is perfect. Now I'm gonna do table and this little table thing right here. Mhm. Stick to this one. It for the table. Perfect. Now also wanna make these red. Up the color red. See how it looks. See how it looks. That's perfect. Save that as well. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to make a new one for the rubber band. The band is color blue. That is not plastic. So the margin again, some sort of roughness. Yeah, I think 49 is great. Rubber band. Take that. It's color blue. I don't want it to be too shiny. I've never seen shiny rubber. Okay, still it's quite shiny. Start to decrease roughness. That perfect. Okay, that is great. So far, colors are coming together pretty great. Now, I want to use the same rubber, just decrease roughness. I need this outer layer to be black. Okay, it's some sort of navy blue black. This is the importance of making a color palette because you don't have to run around when making colors on the model. Okay, so I do remember that I made a glass object in front. I don't actually need that. The reason it's black is because the glass is in front of the other part, and the occlusion kind of what glazed over the one behind. Yeah. So let me just unlock this and then use a fill tool. I want to fill with an eraser. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, now so that one's great. So now what I want to do, a numpad 2, a numpad 5 to go to orthographic view, and then numpad 8 so I go to the back. So now I want to paint the batteries here behind. So I'm going to hide the majority of the object. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to decrease this roughness. to somewhere around 21. Save that. Then I'm gonna come here. Okay, I don't really know if I want that thing to be. Okay, I want this to be white. I want it to be white. Not too white, but white enough. Then I come to the fill tool. Darkness. Okay. Let me see this. Perfect. So now I'll press the number 4 and come to the brush. Come to the top because now I want to paint in some of the thing, the color. So I don't think I'm gonna do it on the same layer. I'm quite tempted not to do it on the same layer, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. Yes, I don't think it'll be a big deal. So I'm gonna make this red. And let me see. Turn off ignore back faces so that if it can grasp the whole area, because I don't know, I've seen a cage painting in Substance Painter before, and I liked the way it worked. I wouldn't have to be limited by the angle I'm painting. But right now, because I'm using 3D Coat, this is how I know how to do it. So like that. I think it's got most areas. Let's do the next part. So now I can unhide the other objects. Not the glass, that is not what I need. Okay, so right now, if you were to look at it, got pretty much most things painted in. Okay, so now we're going to be painting in the metal. So I do have a metal somewhere in the default part, but I'm going to make a new one for the sake of the video. So the roughness, drop it. Okay, metalness, make it 100%. And the roughness, I'm going to keep it at 24 is great. 24 is good enough. So I'm going to paint this. Oh wait, what's happening? Oh yeah, wrong one. Paint that. That is perfect. Wait, let me see something. Do tend to have artifacts. So let me turn off the normals right now. And I have this white, and just click on it. I think I made it previously. So depth 100, roughness 37, metalness 0. Cancel. I turned off the normals. Okay, that's okay. That's perfect. So I'm going to use the same metal material that I made, and I'm just going to make this slightly yellow. Yeah, that's perfect. Just to paint these in. So yeah, that's great. Press number 5 to come out of the graphic view. Arms on top as well, need painting. So yeah, perfect. So I think the base layer right now could be possibly done. Okay, but I need to texture paint the screen. Okay. So number 5. And what material am I going to use on the screen? So I'll come back to plastic. I've got a whole lot of things actually. Rubber band. I usually use the same materials over and over again until I'm happy with everything that I've done, because I tend not to make a lot of different materials or new materials all the time. So I want it to be some sort of dark green. Okay. That's fine. So now I want to add some sort of edge whitening on the on most parts. I need some edge whitening. I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna call this. Oh, what can I call this? What can I call this? Top layer. Top layer. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same rubber band. Decrease the roughness. No, increase the roughness. So it's not too rough. Save that. I'm gonna come to the image on this. And then I set this to let me turn off the normal. More on convey or more on concave. Convey, let me see. More, I know there's more on curve somewhere. Okay. I think I need more on convey. I'm increase this so it's much more visible. The contrast, the degree is very strong, eh? The contrast, increase that a little bit. The degree, let me see how strong is this, man. Okay, it's quite strong. I think I'll keep the degree quite low. Let me decrease some of the roughness. It looks very dull. See how that looks? Yeah, that's great. Gives it some sort of personality. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this all the buttons, and I want the same thing on the body. Maybe make this a bit lighter. Maybe that's actually the highest lightness. Maybe darker. Let me see. Probably darker. Probably darker. Yeah, definitely darker. Degree. Let me see what degree. Let me see this. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing as well on the orange. Take the color orange, increase that. Lightness. Alright, damn it. The lightness. Is it? We can probably bring down the saturation. Yeah. Let me see how that looks. Oh, should I go for one darker? Darker is best. I also don't want it to be very intense. So I'll decrease opacity a bit. Perfect. Same thing for the red. But I'll make this one lighter. So yeah, that increase the lightness, saturation, probably more on the pink side. Increase opacity. Bring it down a bit more. Yeah, perfect. Great. So I actually want that only on the buttons, and then right now, probably on these as well. I know it's plastic shabby. No, has that effect. But okay, let me just do the same thing. So come to images, make this lighter. Degree, not the contrast. The contrast. Degree. Let me see this. Maybe this one would make sense on the. No, that's not exactly what I want. Okay. It's quite strong, hey? Put down more opacity again. Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's not too hectic. Let's take it down again. Yeah, it's a whole thing of playing around with it to see what effect you kind of like. If you don't like it, you remove it. So I think the same on these as well. Okay, perfect. And also this thingy over here. But I want this one to be darker. I want it to be dark, so let me see. Comes in quick, eh? Okay, that's great. Thank you guys for watching part 1. We're going to continue in part 2 where we'll add more graphics, scratches, dirt, and color variations that'll make it look a bit more realistic. I appreciate you guys. Till next time.